Welcome to Comp Safari with the All Wheel Drive Club. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to tell you how you can get involved with it, how you can come race with us, whether it be marshalling. We're also going to talk you through some of the classes that are available, speak with a couple of drivers and see why they're here and what they're doing with it. So here we are with Tim. He is the competition secretary for the All Wheel Drive Club. He's going to briefly tell us what Comp Safari is and how do you get involved with it.
Okay, so Comp Safari is basically a off-road race where you do a lap in a off-road car. It's rough, it's steep hills up and down, jumps, etc. And ultimately it's the fastest car wins the event, and it's done on, each lap is timed, and then your total time is added together at the end of the day, and you get your position. It's our events are normally around about 40 miles, so 8 laps of 5 or 6 mile course, and yeah, it takes all day. It's hard on the cars, it's hard on the drivers, but it's a lot of fun.
So those are the of you that follow us live tuning. We race in the Freellander Championship, obviously through the All Wheel Drive Club. Last year was our first year of doing anything like this. It's exactly as you say, it's rough, it's hard on the cars, it's hard on the drivers. I mean, especially being in the Freelander as well. You'll see some of the other vehicles that we're sharing the course with. It can't just be designed for us, so there are some really rough bits on some courses. There was one of the events we did, Pickering, and there was one slope on there we described it as we were just falling off the edge of it. Where you've got other vehicles that were driving down it absolutely perfectly fine. I must say, in the year and a bit we've been doing it, it's been phenomenal. The other teams, even our competitors, have been very, very welcoming. And we've done it to try and bring more people in. It was to get more people involved and to show what we perceived as the easiest route in being the Freelander 1 or the Freelander Trophy. Cost-wise, nothing compared to some of the other vehicles you're going to see. But yeah, we've had great fun. It's been a really, really good laugh. We're not very good at maths, and we get our hand held quite a lot by by the timekeepers, but we manage it. So if somebody wants to get involved, whether it be buying a race car, building a race car, doing that, or marshalling, where do they go? How do they find the information on this?
Get in touch with the club, and that's either through the website or through our Facebook page, and then somebody will help you.
Perfect.
So we got a competition secretary, we have a Comp Safari secretary who organises the Comp Safaris. Get in touch with them or get in touch with me.
So what we'll do, in the description, we'll make sure that there's copies of the website, links and all that sort of stuff as well. And yeah, that's it. I think what we'll do is...
And cost-wise?
Yeah, cost-wise. So we'll cover that. What we're looking at for a round.
So it's £150 entry fee, which compared to rallying is obviously very cheap. We also, cars are available for anything between 2,000, sky's the limit, to be honest. So we feel the best way into it is to buy a second-hand car. It's actually cheaper than building your own.
Yeah.
And if we can get if you buy a second-hand car, if you don't like it, you can always sell it on. But at the end of the season, there's always plenty of cars available. And again, get in touch with the club, and they can help you.
Yeah, the other good thing for us as well, because we bought a car that had raced previously. Obviously, we'd read through all the rules. The rules are all available online, but we'd read through them all to make sure that what we was doing was right. But the easiest part of it, because we'd bought something that had already raced recently as well, we knew that actually most of them boxes would have already been ticked, and when we turn up to our first event for scrutineering, we've not got an unknown. And it sort of worked out really well for us. And as you say, it's actually a lot cheaper to buy a car that's ready to go than it is to build one. It sort of blows my mind actually, the prices of some of these vehicles used. They are far, far cheaper than you would imagine they would be. I still see stuff pop up now on Facebook, and I think it's a lot of car for very little money.
Yeah.
And the fun you can have with them is phenomenal. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through the vehicles we have available to us. We don't have one from every class, but we do have a good variation. We'll speak to the drivers, find out a bit more about the vehicles that they're driving and why they are here and what they do it for. Right, so we'll start off Class 1. This is the Freelander that myself and Chris actually race in. It's a production class vehicle, so there's not a huge amount that we can change on this compared to some of the other vehicles you're going to see. It's a TD4 stock suspension. It does have a cage and everything fitted to it, so if you want to, so safety wise, we do have to adhere to the same set of rules as everybody else. So we do have to have a full cage in here, race seats, fire extinguisher, you know, and a few other little bits and bobs. But again, I mean, something like this, realistically, you can pick up today for anywhere from sort of £2,000 to £4,000 in race ready form. So this is, like I say, it's Class 1. So this is where we decided to come in because it is probably the most affordable and the lowest class you can come in at. We still have great fun. You know, we have so much fun. If you've seen any of our videos on the live tuning page, you'll see that pretty much me and Chris just giggle our way around the around the course. And yeah, we don't take it seriously, or we don't take it too seriously, let's say. We are still very, very competitive. Yeah, we still want to win these things. But yeah, it's, as I describe it to people, it's fast enough to have a laugh, but not so fast that you're going to kill yourself if you get in a mess with it. So yeah, we love our little Freelander, but we do plan at some point in the near future to move up to a next class. But as a starting point for us, getting into the sport, it's been phenomenal. So, Class 2, here we are with Adam Borrell from Team Field Fabrications. I always forget the S off the end of it. This is actually, contrary to the roof tent that you see currently on it, this is a Class 2 race vehicle. Adam hasn't competed this year, but you did quite a few rounds last year with us. Yeah. But again, this gives you a good idea as to what a Class 2 vehicle is. So tell us a bit about it.
TD5, Discovery 2.
Now you don't race it on these wheels and tyres.
We don't race it on these wheels and tyres.
That is another thing. So Class 2, you do go down to a skinny wheel, skinny tyre.
Yeah, we normally have a 205 on it for doing the comp safaris.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's got suspension Fox shocks on it. And bar that, it's...
Not a lot of it is reinforcing, isn't it? It's making the vehicle stronger, because again, we're Class 2, you're still very close to a production class.
Yeah, there's
in terms
minimal
of
things you can do.
what you can do to it. But same as this, you've got the cage in there, you've got the race seats, you've got the extinguisher. So again, it is sort of a blanket set of safety rules that we all have to adhere to, irrelevant of what vehicle it is. But you've been pretty successful in this thing.
Yeah, we've done what we've done now, 3-4 years racing in it, and we've won some stuff.
Won quite a few things. This one as well, if you go to a lot of the Land Rover shows, so you've just done Castlewood, you're going to be at LRO in a couple of months' time. This will be in the arena. It will be on various stands, and it is something that actually, if you want to go and see it in person and talk to Adam, you can do. Obviously, don't come racing with a roof tent. He's marshalling this weekend, hence the roof tent on it. But this is actually still a road legal vehicle as well, isn't it?
Yeah, we've just this year put MOT on it and got it on the road and use it every day. I use it, so
yeah, and we've done trips out in it, haven't we, and all sorts. But yeah, apart from that, why Comp Safari?
I like the speed side of it, and equally we've done all the head-to-head racing with other people on track at the same time. But Comp Safari, you can run your own line and not have to worry about. You can like push yourself rather than worrying about whatever's going on around you. You can run your own race as such, and that's why I prefer it to other bits.
And we will see you back next year racing.
Yes.
In what we don't know.
In what we don't know, but we'll be there.
Yeah, I don't think you can stay away for that long.
No.
Right, so Class 2, and we will move on to the next one. So here we are with Nick. He races in Class 3 two-wheel drive, and this weird-looking yellow thing, couldn't be any different, is your weapon of choice.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about it.
It was originally a road-going buggy, and then we decided to do something a bit different, so we converted it so we could race with the Safari, just for something different, really. Like,
And so this is bike engined as well, isn't it?
yeah, it's got a Honda Blackbird turbocharged bike engine in it, so it's producing about 280 horsepower.
Great fun then.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Great fun.
It's good fun.
I mean, we'll have a look around it in a second, but why Comp Safari?
It's just a smashing crowd, actually. I started off navigating Comp Safari for a friend of mine years and years ago, and that sort of got me into it. It's affordable as to, you know, some decent sort of racing. I've done other things, and this is just, you just keep coming back to it. It's just affordable for great fun, like, you know.
Yeah. I found that with it. It's a real competitive thing, but you can have a lot of fun. It's quite laid back, and everybody wants to help everybody else. You know, compared to, I mean, I've been around other motorsport events and stuff like that, and there's some that are really cutthroat.
Yeah, no, that's right.
There's none of that here.
No.
There's absolutely none of it.
We all get together, we all have a good laugh, and like you say, if one of us breaks down, if we can help out and lend them a welder or something to weld something up, we'd do that. They'd lend us something, you know. We all try and keep each other going.
That's it, yeah.
We don't want to see somebody broke down. Like.
Yeah. No, perfect. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll move on to the next one.
Thank you.
Class 4, Mr. Martyn Tipples. First year this year, is it? Or first year.
A couple of races to get first time behind the wheel last year, and then this is my first full championship year.
And so tell us your 4x4 driving school.
Yeah, so.
And the car was built by Dell.
Yeah,
is that
so,
right? Yeah.
so 4x4 driving school's got an off-road driving centre, and that's on my farm.
Yeah.
So I've waited long enough seeing all the other guys racing, and I thought, well, I've got to have one myself now. So yeah, it's a 3M Challenger frame.
Yeah.
So we bought the frame last summer, and then the guys spent the winter and last year building it up for me, and managed to get a couple of runs in the end of last season.
How are you finding it though? Not the
Yeah,
car itself. I
different.
mean overall.
I've never done anything in motorsports. I've had lots of competitions on the farm at home and watched, but other than driving a tractor around or getting a quad around the field, that's about my only introduction to motorsport. So
a little bit
really
different,
good,
just a little bit
I
different.
think everything is a learning curve every time you do something different or different terrain. But yeah, it's I'm really enjoying it, and my co-driver as well is all new to it, so we're really both.
So you're going through this year the same thing we went through last year, but you're just doing it at a much faster pace. that's the difference.
I've got people at home. There's 3 other cars in the sort of 4x4 driving school team sort of thing. So yeah, they've got them saying, "This is how you do it better." So,
it's wrong. It's wrong.
Lot of peer pressure every time we get back to the garage. Yeah, let alone the pits. Yeah.
But I mean the car itself looks fantastic.
Yeah,
significantly better than it did at Pickering.
Yeah. It's been it's had a bit of paint and a bit of filler and fiberglass since the last race, but I had a temporary lack of skill, as the guys call it. But
again, as soon as you're done with it, the car was recovered.
Yeah.
Overnight,
amazing.
back out racing.
I stood there looking at it, thinking, can we race tomorrow? As we know, it was a two-day round for us. So I wanted to get the round completed for as many points as I could on for the championship, and there was people just swarmed from everywhere to help, which is amazing in this sport. I've never experienced the kind of camaraderie and sort of help. People going, do you need any parts? But people turning up with bits to start fixing. I'm doing this if that's okay, and just we all mucked in. Had dinner about midnight, but yeah, it was good.
But
so
you
we
was
got it back,
racing,
raced the next day,
yeah.
and finished the round. So
it
was
well,
great. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And we'll move on to the next one.
Cheers.
Right, Class 7. So this is John from Insanity Racing. Tell us a bit about what you're driving.
Where to start? It's a Tornado kit, if you like, built up on the Discovery 1 chassis. It's evolved over the many years. Nothing is what it started out to be. I basically raced down to a budget. So started with a cheap, simple car, and I've just added bits and changed bits over the years to get it to where it is now, hopefully.
And what engine are we having this?
This is currently running a 3.9 Land Rover V8.
Noisy then?
It can be noisy, but not as noisy as some. But plenty of torque. Huge amounts of torque. So,
Now again, I mean, these two is something that we want to work up to. This is our next step. So it's phenomenal to be able to, again, go around and talk to teams and people like yourself that are quite happy to tell us, you know, what could be future competitors about the vehicles and what they're running. And
I thought about stepping down to yours and doing a hill rally.
I'll do a swap if you want. Straight swap. Yeah, I'm happy, I'm happy to do it. Chris is getting excited behind the camera. Why Comp Safari?
Why Comp Safari? I don't really know. Again, just got into it and kept going. Really enjoy it. Enjoy the challenges. I like trying to build the car, so if something goes wrong, I'll go home and change it. See if it works. If it does, great. If it doesn't, go home and change it again.
That's, well, yeah. See,
that's the beauty of this. It's not a road legal car, so I can do pretty much whatever I like to it.
Yeah, you see, that's our restriction. With us being a production class, we're very
You're
limited.
stuck. Being a non-production prototype, then no, there's virtually nothing you can't do to it. So yeah, it's all down to how much money you want to spend, and I don't spend a lot of money. So
perfect. Well, thank you very much, and on to the next one. So Class 5A, again, from what we started with to something that is the absolute polar opposite. We are here with Shabs from Team TSR Racing, and this thing. What is it? Tell us about it.
So this is a production vehicle, believe it or not, although it is heavily modified. It's a UTV, or a side-by-side, we tend to call them in Europe, purely because you sit side by side. I don't know why that is. So it's fully independent suspension, and it has a 900cc engine with the turbo, so it kicks out about 200 horsepower, and we're in the Class 5A, which limits you up to 1.6 litres, I believe it is.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Why Comp Safari?
So this year we scheduled a lot of other events that were more expensive and also internationally, so they take a lot of time and a lot of budget, and then they're spaced out quite far throughout the year. So I looked at Comp Safari because it's super cheap, it's easy to get into, there's tons of them around, and it's not so hard on your car, so you can go and do an event and it doesn't destroy the car like the bigger events tend to.
Excellent. If you want to see more about this car and what they've been doing with it, social media.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've been watching, so I've followed this for a long time now, and the stuff you're doing in America, you know, the motorist, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, you seem to pop up everywhere and anywhere.
Yeah, we're fairly busy.
Get yourself on Facebook, have a look for Team Synchro Racing, Instagram, all that sort of stuff, YouTube
TikTok,
channel as well.
YouTube, yeah.
If you want to see the maddest lawnmower that you've ever seen,
Yeah.
get on their YouTube and go back a few videos. But yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. And we'll try and collar some Marshals and some recovery guys and have a chit chat with them as well. Right, so here we are with Alex. He is the Safari coordinator. He's our go-to guy, or he has been as newbies in the sport. There's been many of occasions where we've come over and twisted your ear about stuff, or just generally complained and moaned and been told what we need to be doing. But that's not everything you do. You're a nice point of contact for new teams and you know, that sort of stuff. But tell us, what is it you do? What is it you do within the club?
Well, essentially I book the sites, I organise the calendar, Along with James Tennant, I then organise the arrival of all the equipment, timing equipment. I make sure we got timekeepers. Along with James, we organise the paramedic and the recovery crew. So essentially, it's all the background organisational parts of running an event like this.
So you basically help bring this together.
I just make sure,
to this spot.
everything
at this
arrives
time.
in the same spot at the same time for the running of an event.
Easy job then.
Easy job, and a kind of competitor liaison. You know, if there are issues, or if you're new to the sport, or you have a question, I'll come up with the answer for you.
Yeah, which I think people like you, certainly for us as a new team, have been invaluable, because a lot of the people that are running the event or part of running the event, they also run their own cars, and certainly once the event goes live like it is now, or we're on the run up to it, everybody's very, very busy.
Yes.
Very busy. So if we've got maybe a silly question, or we've got something that, how does this work or how does that work? And I mean, I made mistakes last year on even the start format. Sometimes this is how this goes, and in my head I'm going, well, that makes no sense. To have somebody like you that we can go, right, dumb it down for us.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I do.
Has worked really well. I mean, anybody that's watched our videos knows that we struggle to count 8 laps.
Hopefully we've solved that with the new clocks.
It
tells you what lap you're on now.
Well, that's it. Yeah, but we get so far through it and go, oh, what lap's this? How many have we done?
I know from driving myself. It's you forget how many you've done.
So to go from that to then, because there are some of the procedures here that seem very complicated in the description, but actually
it's all very simple.
Yeah, they're far simpler than they sound. So. Like I say, having somebody like you has been really helpful for us, and anybody that wants to get involved in this, again, there's always somebody there that you can just ask a question or sort of lean on. And
my phone number's on the website, and a lot of people will ring me up and say, this is my first event, what do I do? And sometimes I'll direct them to the scrutineer if it's a technical issue about a car, or I might direct them to somebody else within the committee if it's not a question I can't answer. But generally, I'll have the answer for them, and I'll make sure that you arrive and get going and have an enjoyable experience.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for talking to us. So we're here with Peter. He is the Chief Marshal, the man that is in charge of keeping us safe, spectators safe, and just running without a hitch, potentially.
Hopefully, yeah.
Why are you involved with it? What's the draw for you?
Well, I started originally navigating for another driver, and then got into the marshalling side of it when that seat was gone, and then since then I've slowly managed to end up in the top seat of the marshalling gig. So that was it, really.
Worked your way up. And I mean, go into a bit more detail. What is it? I know you're sort of the Chief Marshal, and we've sort of touched on you're there to basically make sure that everybody is safe. How do we do that? What does that entail?
So obviously there's the safety regulations that everyone has to follow anyway, as far as how the vehicles are made and so on and so forth. It's more making sure that people are sticking to the correct course, and if there is an incident, clearing that problem as quickly as possible from the race course and keep the whole day flowing quickly, basically.
Yeah, so do you play a part in when because obviously different people set out different courses at different venues, do you play a part in going around with them and making sure what they're setting out is suitable, is safe?
Yeah, I always try and work with the clerk of courses on these events, making sure that there's just nothing missed. It's a big team effort.
Yeah.
A clerk of course, all the volunteers who come, give their days up to lay the course out as well, and then we go through and just make sure that everything's safe. We're not building any nasties into the course, so nowhere that should damage a car, unintentionally.
Yeah.
And then, hopefully on the race day, it's just make sure everyone stays the right way up.
Does as they're told.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. So every vehicle, irrelevant of what class it runs in, every event goes through scrutineering. The scrutineering is to make sure that the vehicle is up to the standard. It's safe. It abides by all the rules of that class. They check helmets, hands devices, make sure you've got the relevant licenses to be out here doing this. But yeah, safety at these events, whether it's out on the course, whether it's the vehicle you've bought with you, safety is number one. I've noticed that since the day we started doing it. It's all about making sure that you're safe, but you have fun at the same time. So massive shout out to the scrutineers. Some days, I mean today it's really hot, and I would guess they've probably gone through 40 vehicles, somewhere in that region, having to deal along the way with idiots like us as well, trying to disturb them from doing the job. But no, so scrutineering, got to do it. Right, so eventually we found a willing marshal.
We have.
I've been saying all video we're going to talk to a marshal, but they all seem to disappear off. This is Steve. Steve, you've marshalled quite a few of these events for
Quite a few of
long,
these.
long
It's my
time,
favourite
yeah.
discipline.
Why is what we want to know. What draws you back to them every time?
It's great fun. Everyone's friendly. It's like a big family. It's a good laugh.
Yeah. So
It's just brilliant. You never know what you're getting.
well, that's the thing. I mean, whether you're marshal, driver, whatever you may be, everybody comes up with the same thing. It's
Yeah.
the friendships that you're making, and just everybody being in a field, as weird as it sounds, it's like a massive family, and it's a good laugh. It is a good laugh.
It's a good laugh. Everyone helps each other out.
I found that everybody, us included, we just seem to walk through a field taking the mick out of everybody else, but everybody
That's
does
what
it.
it's all about.
Yeah,
innit?
you sort of,
If you can't handle the mick being took care of you and all that, you shouldn't be here.
no,
It's part of the fun. It's what we do.
Yeah, I say it's what makes it what it is. So you can volunteer to be a marshal at these events.
Yep.
All you've got to do with that is, if I remember rightly, and I've only ever marshalled one, so I'm usually out on the course. There's no special, nothing required apart from going in and signing up on the website.
That's it. We just simply go onto the website, sign up, put your name, your details in, confirmation email back straight away. You're in. You're signed up.
It's as easy
And
as
then
that.
you just turn up on the day. They send you all the information through a couple of days before, where you got to go, postcodes.
Yeah. So I mean,
And-
I marshalled my first event last year, which was one of these events. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Literally, I turned up, just me, as I am now, and everybody was right. You need to do this, and this is where you're going, and you take this with
Yeah.
you. We even got free pack up and drink.
That's it. They look after you as well. You always get something for doing it because we are volunteers at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, as a team, we get championship points for volunteering around, but unfortunately, we're actually only limited to a set amount we can marshal.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd just marshal every single one and take the 75 points. And
Well, that's it. I mean, all-wheel drive club. I mean, it is my priority championship, so I'm out for everyone this year.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
do Pickering, but apart from that, I should be here for everyone.
Pickering was a good one. You missed Pickering.
Yeah,
Pickering
I always
was a
seem
really
to
good
miss the best ones. It's the way it goes.
But no, so I mean, marshalling. If you want to get involved and you don't, have the means or the need to go out and buy a race car or want to drive one of these, come down and marshal. It's
Just
like I
come
say.
down.
Go on the website. All of the information's on there, or it'll be in the link below. If we put the link below, because we're forgetful.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, we'll put the link below. Click on that, have a read through it. It might be something that you've never even considered before, and you sort of read through and go, actually, you know what? That'll be amazing. You get to come and spectate all of these awesome vehicles in and out and doing laps and bits and bobs. You're actually posted in a right out on the course somewhere. So again,
Somewhere up on the hillside.
yeah, you get in
Yeah,
sort of prime viewing area.
You are.
With that, but
And with these comp safaris events, it's just continuous all day long. There's always a car coming.
Yeah.
Unless it's stopped for a reason, which is very rare, but roughly every minute or so, you've got a car passing.
Yeah.
So once it starts, it's continuous for like 6-7 hours.
Yeah. And the marshalling itself, and this respectfully, actually is very, very straightforward. It's not difficult. It's not complicated.
Not at all.
If you can sit and click a button on the radio and say stuff.
That's basically all you got to do. Keep your eyes out.
you know.
If you have to go and help someone, just watch out for your safety out the way.
Yeah. But you don't have to have a background in this. You don't have to know
Anyone can do
about
it.
Land Rovers or off-road vehicles or off-road racing. Literally, as you've just said, anybody can come and do the marshalling.
I mean, even regarding, because we're all Motorsport UK registered, it's just a case of on the website, you apply, do a short questionnaire, you've got your licence.
Yeah, there we go.
It's very, very basic and straightforward. Then it's up to you then how far you want to take your marshalling. Whether you want to go up to the top levels or just stick to a basic marshal.
Yeah. There we go. Right, well,
It's
thank
easy.
you. Thank you very
Not
much for
a
your
problem.
time.
Thank
And,
you.
keep us safe tomorrow.
I will do.
And that's it. I mean, if you want to get involved, as we've said many times, All Wheel Drive Club website, they have Facebook page. We will put all the links below. There are contact numbers on there for if you want to get involved with the racing, if you have a race truck or you want to buy a race truck and get involved, if you want to volunteer as a marshal. All of the information will be available to you. As you've seen from the people we've spoke to, the drivers, the marshals, and all the people in between, it's not a big scary thing to come and do. It will be one of the best things you ever do, really. You know, it's huge amounts of fun. If you want to know more, you can contact us direct at a live tuning, or like I say, you can go through the All Wheel Drive Club. Massive shout out to all of the people that have been involved in this video. You would not believe how hard it is to get people to come and stand in front of a camera and talk. It's not an easy thing to do, so massive thank you to all of them people. And that's it. If you want to know more, get in contact. But thank you for now.